This is Mr. How to Fix of YouTube, and this is how to hook up your amplifier in your house using a computer power supply. You're gonna start, of course, by getting a computer power supply. I picked this one up at a pawn shop for $2, so that was a pretty good deal, I'd say. You're gonna plug it in, so you know what you're doing. Don't worry, you're not gonna get shocked by this thing unless you're digging down into it. Probably should just not open it though. And there will be a switch somewhere on your computer power supply, most likely. Make sure that's on the higher voltage. This one goes up to 230. And I'm going to be running a 500 watt amp, which is a bad idea because that would be underpowering the speaker, but I'm going to be hooking up to more than this. You're going to start by, this is a 20, and I noticed on the net a lot of people didn't have the 20. You'll notice these little, I guess you could say, jacks. They're usually 24 of them, but this one's only a 20 because it's kind of a cheaper computer power supply. And this one hooks up a little bit different than most of them. There's a green wire here. You're going to clip either wire on either side of the green wire. You're going to clip your green wire. There's two blacks and the green. And that's going to be, if you got the clip on the top, that's going to be, let's see, the third, fourth, and fifth one on the top, if you got your pin on the top. And you're going to strip out the black ones. I also got a video on how to easily strip a wire. It's pretty simple if you don't already know. And you're going to twist these together. You're going to make sure your green's not fraying. And make sure the tips are touching, and as you can see, it's currently running. And it works pretty good. But that's how you're going to get it to boot. You're basically just confusing your motherboard by touching these two wires. And don't leave it on all night, because that's probably a bad idea. You can, if you did wire these together, all you gotta do is flip that switch and it would stop. And as you can see, if I touch the sides, it doesn't really want to turn on. Kinda wants to, but not quite. You touch the tips, it will start right up. I'm having a little bit of trouble with it right now. It's starting to fray again. But when you're actually hooking it up to your amp, you're gonna notice how I've clipped the red ones off here. You only need the yellow and the black. You're gonna hook up a yellow to your 12 volt, and you're gonna hook up a yellow to your REM. And then you're going to hook up a black to your ground. So you're going to have to at least splice out two of these cords, strip them out. You only need one of the blacks and both the yellows. And that will allow your amp to run. And as you can see, it's pretty basic. You just, doesn't even really matter how you treat the red cord because you don't need the red cord. Just take a knife or something and splice it. Kind of thick wires. There.
Almost died.
You can just toss that thing. Whatever. But once you got all that done, hook these into your amp the way I told you to, and connect your power. And your amp should start up. Then you just have to properly hook your amp up to your speaker. If you're having trouble doing that, just message me.